Now that I've given the summer update a few days, I think it's time that I get into my take on what we've gotten and what some recent developments might mean for the game. This video is going to be broken up into 4 segments: maps, cosmetics, taunts, and the state of the game. There will be timestamps in the description to skip to whatever you are here to see. Also, if your item or map is in this video, first, good job getting it into the game, and second, this is just my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm no mapper or modeler. With that said, let's get into the maps. While we didn't get a new game mode for this update, there is still a lot of really great maps to look at. The first one being Embargo, which is a Cuban-themed payload map with some really cool set pieces. This map has custom announcers that seem to have split every server that I've joined.
We've hired you today to give El Comandante our very delightful hellish gift.
I, for one, really don't care, but do think they add to the overall theming of the map, so there's that. The map starts with the cart being flown in on a helicopter and then transitions to a van, then back to just normal. Something really cool this map does is instead of just blocking off routes with signs, they'll actually have things like tanks roll up and block off routes when you advance the cart. The map ends in a casino where there are robots that carry on medkits for you. The final point might be a little too hard to push for blue. It only has 2 entrances, which aren't very hard for red to cover. This might be fine, it's hard to tell since it hasn't been in the game for very long. Canaveral is a control point map set around a coastal launch complex. It has a rocket as a centerpiece that launches when the round ends. It seems to balance choke points with more open areas pretty well, but some parts feel like they lack usable flank routes. The server I got for this map were either rolls or stalemates, so I don't have much more to say. Overall, the map seems fine, but it's not outstanding in gameplay terms. Odyssey is a Greek-themed payload map. It's very unique and also very open, which allows for a lot of room for mobility classes to navigate. At the end of the map, it switches to an attack-defend, with red needing to hold the final point until a massive mining machine drills into the bomb. It makes for a really cool set piece, but usually blue has already beat most of red, so there isn't much of a chance for red to recover and stop it. Applejack is a capture the flag map set in an apple farm. I don't really play CTF much, but from my non-expert opinion, it seems fine. It has a lot of flanks, nice open areas, and choke points for all kinds of classes and players who want to mess around. Cachoeira, I definitely said that wrong, is a King of the Hill map. Like Embargo, it also has a helicopter. It has 3 routes to a main point and plenty of water for pyro sharks, which is always good to see. It seems to be pretty balanced from what I can see and is one of my favorite maps out of this update. Atom Smash is a well done reskin of Monster Bash. Atom Smash is themed around Black Mesa from Half-Life. I like Monster Bash, so having an all-year version is great. Megaton is the Oppenheimer map. It's a coastal King of the Hill map with 40s style buildings. It's pretty fun because of its open layout, but that also means there are massive sightlines and the roofs allow Sniper to just rule this map. I would like the roofs of the main buildings to have push brushes to stop snipers from getting up there. This would still let soldiers and demos get over them, hopefully. The map also has a lot of water, so even more pyro shark. Burghausen is a 3-stage medieval mode map. It's okay, medieval mode can be fun, but also basically just boils down to a mosh pit of demos, so it's hard to tell. Hadel, or Haddle, not sure how that's pronounced either, is if steel and sulfur were mixed together. It has 3 points, A, B, and C, that need to be captured in sequence. Capturing these points makes capturing the main point easier. It's okay, my main complaint is that if blue just ignores A and sets up on B, they can easily capture the main point. And this is not helped by the fact that it has incredibly long respawn times. I saw up to 30 seconds on red, and that final point has a little bit too fast of a capture rate for red to actually be able to respond in time. Overgrown is a South American themed attack defense map. It has a nice mix of moving through open and closed areas. It also has plenty of flank routes. The theming is really well done and fits well with the other jungle maps in the game. That was the last map, so moving on to cosmetics, I'll be ranking these S through F. For Scout, we got the Commonwealth Commando and Tanker's Top. I like the Commando, but would like it better if it only had one headphone, so it's a B. The Tanker Top is okay, but Scout has better shirts, so it's getting a C. For Soldier, we got the Justice Johns, Control Patrol, and Pathfinder. The Justice Johns are good, but not the best Soldier cosmetic I've seen, so it's an A. The Control Patrol is a great hat for soldier and gives a drill sergeant vibe. I'd give it an S. I really don't like the Pathfinder. The vest just doesn't work well with the floral pattern shirt underneath, so it's an F for me. Pyro got the Fire Marshal, Invisible Flame, and Scorched Earth Stompers. The Fire Marshal is good, but Pyro has better army style hats, namely the Impact Impaler, so it's a C. The Invisible Flame and Scorched Earth Stompers are really great, and I'm happy to see that there's more Pyro's cosmetics that aren't leaning so much into the Pyroland aesthetic, so A for both those. Demoman only got the Vaudeville Visor, which is an MF Doom reference, so instant S. Heavy got the Brute's Braces and Crook's Cap. Both give Irish slumworker vibes. The hat is an A and the shirt is a B. Engineer got the Desk Engineer, Daring Dell, and Big Star. The Desk Engineer is just how engineers look in real life, so A. I feel like the Daring Dell and Big Star just feel misplaced on Engineer. I think they would be better as Scout cosmetics, but they aren't bad, so B. Medic got the Freeman's Fashion, Hazardous Environment Vest, Tropical Brim, and Watchman's Wetsuit. Freeman's is great, always like more beards for classes, and also Half-Life, so S. The HEV is good, but doesn't pair well with other stuff, so it's just a B. I don't like the Tropicoler Watchmans. The Watchmans especially just look weird on Medic, so C and D respectively. Sniper only got the aim frame, and it's okay. Nothing amazing, nothing horrible about it, so it's a B. Spy got the Sneaky Blinder and Tuxedo Royale. These are really good, but I'm just gonna give it an A because all we get for Spy ever are just suits. Actually make those F because French. We also got two all-class cosmetics, the Bottler 2000 and the Brand Loyalist. I love the Bottler. He just follows you around in-game, so it's an S. The Brand Loyalist, though, is a mixed bag. Some look great, some look like a worse Ellis cap, so B. That's all we got for cosmetics, and because there weren't any war paints this year, we'll be moving straight on to taunts. The Cremator's Condolences is a pyro taunt that I think will get a lot of use, especially if you know how to air blast, so S. Canet is a soldier taunt, and while I don't think it'll be as useful as Cremator's, it's still really well done, so A. Unleashed Rage is an all-class taunt, and I really like it. Especially Pyro and Engineer, they're probably the best just because I like how much they hop around. Overall though, I'd say it's a B. Sniper got the Straight Shooter Tutor, which is good. Not much more to say, I'd probably put it at a B. So now we are at the fun part of the video, speculation. As you probably know, the bots are gone. For now. I can't recall a time when a band wave has kept them out for this long, and if somehow you already haven't heard, the 7th comic we've waited 7 years for is being worked on again, so things are looking up for the time being. But I've heard a few people speculate that this is Valve trying to put us down gently, and the end of TF2 is coming. That would kind of make sense, because Valve is gearing up to release Deadlock, their new hero shooter, but I don't think this is happening. I think Valve knows that if we start getting extra attention like we have been, and then suddenly they cut it off, Save TF2 is going to look like small potatoes. Also, if you haven't seen, we've been getting some uncharacteristically human system messages. Here's one that I saw, and another that my friend got for me. Whether this means that one guy is sending these unmoderated because no one else is working with him, or a team is actually working on the game, I don't know. What this does mean is that TF2, even if it's just the back end, is still being worked on. I feel comfortable saying that we are getting into a bronze age of the game. It'll be nothing like the golden days, but will be infinitely better than the time for 7 years where it was just silent. That being said, right now is a better time than any to start or return to the game. I'd hold off on spending hundreds of dollars on it right now, just because we don't know what's going to happen next, and Valve is unpredictable. With all that said, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like the video. If you really liked the video, please subscribe. Thank you, and goodbye. Also, go play the summer update. These maps are a lot of fun.